New Year. Welcome to Story Forge. Thank you for bearing with us while we once again go through some technical difficulties, which inevitably happen on just about every stream, especially when you're doing everything off of a college essay laptop. Before we start, I think we have an announcement to make.
Our friends of the stream, Meg and Liam. Would you like to shout out our good friends?
So we are kind of partnering up with Heart Soul Games. So we wanted to give them a quick shout out. They are a group of friends who live stream their homebrew 5th edition campaign every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Central Time on Twitch. And you can join them for lots and lots of D&D shenanigans and fun. You can also follow them on Twitter at Heart Soul Games for updates.
Woo!
So that's super fun.
It is. And if you notice, we have a new scrolling thing that's showing our characters and our stats. They're at the end of that scroll in case you missed any of their information. You'll see it there as well.
Oh. Hold on. Let's talk about some other topics. No, I'm just joking. So last we left off in a drunken stream, New Year's night. Our heroes to be converged on the town of Honey Ridge for their various travels and their various reasons for coming to this glorious, small-ish, quaintish, wholesome village nestled in the Greenback Valley in the country of Midlothian. I did not mention we are in the country of Midlothian previously, so there's that. Upon reaching the town, Lakin and Colgrimmer went to the library and had a good chat with a nice gnome named Tilly and made their way to the bar, of course. Fazra and Malaris, otherwise known as Mel, they had a nice boat ride, talked to a nice half-orc about flowers and whatnot, and eventually made it to the bar, the Stumbling Bee, as well, where they also sort of ran into a little goblin character named Boom, who was kind of bugging the blacksmith across the street, picking his brain and being just a goblin. And Celine and Runa, workers at the Stumbling Bee, did their working days, and now we're giving schnapps to a drunken wizard named Gerald, who was kicked out of the Stumbling Bee and inevitably dropped a little device that broke and unleashed a sickly goth onto the town. But luckily our heroes were there and dispatched it quickly, whereupon the mayor had given them an offer to an invite to dinner. The mayor was looking for adventurers to find some lost clerics from the Temple of Vadrina. So our friends went into the Stumbling Bee, found some replacements for Runa and Celine. Still getting the new names down here because all the other ones are ingrained in my mind. And and we're just getting ready to set out on the town. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You'd probably be meeting the mayor at his estate around maybe 5 or 6 o'clock. So you guys have some time to burn.
Well, it was lovely meeting all of you. Do we want to do another round of introductions? I feel like I know some of your names and some of you I'm not quite sure I remember. So, just reintroduce ourselves one more time.
Well, you know me.
What? No.
I've never seen you before. I'm Runa. I live here with my best friend, Sophie. That's me.
Well, my name is Valaris, but I go as Mel, and this was not what I was expecting when I came here, but I'm super excited to be at least meeting all of you.
It's very strange for Honey Ridge, let me tell you.
Is it? That's good to know. I really wasn't. I was expecting something, but not all this.
Very much so. I thought maybe some rats. We've gotten some big rats before, but I don't think I've ever seen anything quite that large. What about you, sir, tall man, with a beautiful drawing?
I still have that on me. Yes.
It is a very nice drawing.
I know. I'm known as Michelangelo of sorts in my village.
Cool, you gotta stop showing people our drawing.
Well, it's on display at the library. My bad. I'm Colgrimmer. I come from a little village on the mountains, and I traveled here with my friend Lakin.
The green friend, correct?
He's a little bit lighter than green. It's like teal. I don't know if he likes to be called green.
Yes. I thought they, yeah.
Yeah, they,
Yeah. I'm the green guy. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, Lakin. And Mel, you traveled with Fozra, correct?
We did, yes. We traveled together on a very big boat.
Oh my goodness, where did you travel from?
so big.
Very, very big.
The biggest.
Well, I traveled from the Cloud City, which is where we met.
Oh,
Yeah,
the floating, the cloud city.
that's the one. Yep.
City in the clouds.
Oh my god!
No, it's
Like,
the Cloud City. So, it's the
my
city.
goddess, that's incredible.
Yeah, have you ever been?
Too much air up there.
I have never left Honey Ridge in my life.
Oh my goodness. I also hadn't done much traveling either. So it's exciting getting out there though, isn't it?
It is. It's very exciting.
Meeting new people and not just hearing about other people and stories.
Exactly. Oh, I love it when the bards come to town. I always sit down and listen to them.
Oh.
Wait, are you a bard?
I mean, I have a heart.
Oh my goodness. Could you sing us a song, please, Mel? Please, just one little song, please.
Let me think about it. We'll come back to it. You might have been able to convince me. I'd like to learn more about our other friends.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
want
we
to
have
take
one
all
more.
the spotlight. Normally I'm okay with it, but I mean, I'd
Fair
like.
enough. I just love songs. I love games.
I'm writing this new one about it's called Chicken of the Dirt.
Oh my
Very excited about it.
I'm super pumped. I cannot wait. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait. Okay, Yuta, finally, you the goblin. I feel poorly. Boom, that is your name. Boom, correct?
Well, obviously.
I just have to double check.
I just had an idea for a song. What if it was something like
oh my goodness, I can't wait.
something like boom, get out the way, get out the way, boom. We'll work on it. Just
It's a little bit of work, but I like the idea.
I really like that so far, so.
That was different than most songs I've ever.
I feel like for you though, sir, it wouldn't so much be like people were like, boom, get out of the way. It'd more be like, boom, scoot ya out of the way.
Or what about like, boom, save the day.
Oh!
No, but I could like multi-class.
I mean, you're very good at art. Maybe art is like a.
Hold on. Hold on. This?
Yeah, maybe you can write some lyrics now next time.
It never gets old.
I don't
Never.
know. It's just the painting in the library.
Oh,
You're the one who likes books, right? Learning and.
One more.
power, if I recall.
Don't forget. We talked to Foster.
I don't know. Did we talk about
For a moment.
what is it? It's like the Cloud City.
Again? Yes, again.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Fosra.
She's Basra.
I traveled here with Mel. I'm from Vadrina. And I came to check out our sister church. It's called the Temple of Vadrina. And we hadn't heard from them in a while. So that's why I traveled here. And I met Mel along the way.
Are you a cleric, a paladin of Vadrina?
Of sorts.
Okay, I'm a brand new cleric of Vadrina. She came to me. I'm brand new to all of this. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm very excited about it. I'm a paladin of Vadrina. Vadrina is where I'm from, and then I came to check on Vadrina. Excellent. Oh my goodness, and you are somebody I will have to talk to later because there has been some interesting things that have happened to me in the last 24 hours.
What? Like what?
Well, so a cat talked to me.
Wait. With your permission, can I write this down for lyrics?
Oh God.
Yes.
Okay.
But let's not spread it around yet. I'm not sure how many people need to know this, but I've got a good vibe with you guys, with all of you. I don't know.
Paper and a pencil and listens attentively.
Well, I saved a cat from some children the other night. They were just being really rough, and I grabbed it and brought it back and fed it, and then the cat talked to me.
What did it say?
It said, "Hello, I am the goddess Vadrina." That.
Oh!
And yes, this cat was Vadrina, and apparently she, from her high celestial powers, realized that 4 of her clerics were missing. And for some reason, she couldn't locate them, even though she's a goddess. So she came down in a corporeal form, as it is, and chose a cat. But the moment she stepped away from the temple, she found herself unable to change back. And she also found herself unable to talk to anybody else.
Uh-oh.
Except me, apparently.
So what does she want you to do?
Find the clerics, which was kind of serendipitous that the mayor came in. That's what Runa and I were setting off to do before the Goth was unleashed. So there she is now. I'm sorry, the cat just walked down.
Well, I was just about to ask you, where is she now?
Well, I kind of set her free on the edge of town, close to where the temple would be. So she did not want to stay. So fingers crossed she got back to the temple all right and was able to change back into her celestial form.
Yes.
Because I don't want to save another cat.
Temple's about a half day's walk.
I set her off at the edge of town and pointed her in the correct direction. So yes, that's I'm glad you guys came across that, because Runa and I, probably needed to find some other help as well. Because while Runa is very strong and wonderful, I am not.
I think you're very lovely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just a question for you and Runa. So the clerics have gone missing, but do other people tend to go missing when they come here? Or have you heard of anyone else going missing? Has there been like posters around for missing people? When was the last time you had a big trading shipment come in?
Oh, goodness.
I guess like 6 months ago, did you ever have a big trading shipment come in?
Who are you asking?
I'm asking Celine.
Runa. Celine. Yeah. So make a history check. I guess this is what they're good for.
I had a question for you later, James.
Yes, of course, later.
About perception or
7.
7. It's a little fuzzy. You don't quite remember 6 months back. There are, Honey Ridge is a semi-busy trading town, situated on a river just upstream from a larger city, which usually sends some more shipments and goods out to the rest of the world. So, maybe, not sure.
I mean, we do tend to get these kind of shipments in rather frequently. I couldn't tell you the last time it was. Runa, do you perhaps remember? You're out on the town a bit more than I am.
One moment, please. What check are we doing? Sorry.
History.
History. 17.
17. So, yeah, you do remember, but Mel, would Mel be looking for any specific trading company or anything that Runa might be able to remember? Or?
Oh, you cut out.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So, I guess Runa would be able to remember a little bit better than Celine the actual shipments that came in through town. Just your memory's just that much better apparently than Celine. So yeah, you would probably have a better idea, but being able to actually pin down which shipment it was might require more information from Mel. Yes.
So okay, so my purpose for coming here is because I'm looking for a very dear friend of mine who went missing about 6 months ago. And yeah, and his name is Fen, and he works on, he travels all over, but this was his last place that he was going to be. And he assured me that he would be coming back, and he assured me that it wasn't going to be a very long time, and I haven't seen him in about 6 months. So just kind of wondering if there had been anything known among the town of anybody else going missing besides these clerics. And that's where I would love to help track down the clerics. I would, and I will, but I would also love if we could, I would love extra eyes for my friend. Yes. He's very near and dear to me.
I have 2 of those.
He has a beautiful painting. Draw it.
Cool.
So, as you're talking about this, there's this kind of hunched over, dwarf sitting at this table, having a nice lunch, and he looks up at Mel and says, "Well, excuse me, miss. I don't know of anybody missing in this town, but you ought to check with Constable Gretchen. Well, her office is up the road from here. Any missing persons might go through her." He goes back to his lunch.
Thank you.
That cat's trying to kill somebody.
Oh, Karn. Oh, no.
So,
Mel, I have always wanted to get out of Honey Ridge. I'm more than happy to help you search for your friend.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that a lot.
Absolutely.
I'm really glad to have met some more people, because I was a little anxious taking this on, but except I'm not sure about you yet. He's
the bookworm.
You are a little mysterious, my friend.
Oh, no. Spend a reading.
I do like to read. I think we at least have that in common. Was there anything that you were looking for in particular?
Knowledge.
But okay, so when I help someone in the library, they come in and they come to my desk and they say, "Hi, I'm looking for," and then I look for it.
Ancient scripts
Ancient
referring to Marmos.
Marmos. Ooh, let me think. DM.
Man in the sky.
Man in the sky.
So the man in the sky says, I mean, Marmus is one of the the major gods of the pantheon of this world.
Sorry, one more time.
Yeah, Marmus is one of the major gods of the pantheon of this world. So he's fairly well known. A lot of people know him as god of the sea.
Okay.
But I mean, as some background, I mean, I don't think your character would delve a whole lot into topics relating to Marmus. It probably, being from the Cloud City, it probably wouldn't interest you. So
I know basics about Marmus, but probably everything I know you know. And it seems in this case we are in fact opposites.
Yeah, until you breathe this air that's so thin.
It's even thinner the higher you go up.
That's why I will not go.
Oh. Ever? I actually think you love our library. It's very beautiful.
I would go to the library. Do you have any fountains outside the library?
Yeah, we do. I believe have a fountain outside the library.
Go out to catch a breath every once in a while.
Oh.
It's all that in air.
Like, do me in.
How are you doing? Do you have to jump into the water occasionally?
No, I can breathe air just as I can water.
Oh wow, that's very interesting.
Thank you for getting some water.
My bad.
She's over here making jokes and forgets that you're a water genasi.
I was about to be like, I think your buddy's talking some joke, talking smack a little bit.
I'm defending my buddy. Thank you.
He's defending him. I forgot.
Well, thank you, Cole. They don't quite understand. They have.
Excuse me.
Who has a bigger library here? You want to compare library sizes? I'll compare library sizes.
Have you ever been to the Great Underwater City?
Have you ever been to the Cloud City?
No, it's too thin up there.
Here we go again.
I feel like we're just going to go in circles here for a while.
So,
This book is bigger.
This is going to be a fun. I'm excited about this one.
And so while you guys are speaking, there is, it's 1 o'clock, but the lunch crowd is just sort of starting to disperse through the inn, and you're looking around, and it's becoming emptier and emptier as you guys are sort of conversing, and you see the fine young lad who you hired as help, and he's going about doing a very, very good job, and you're Celine's father sitting there, arms folded, like yeah, this kid knows the stuff. So, I mean, at this point, you would have a few hours to probably explore the town or explore any other leads. So, like I said, it's about 1:30 at this point. Dinner is probably at 5.
We do have some time to kill. Mel, if you wanted, we could go find the constable, as well as I was hoping maybe to go check in on Gerald. I've never seen him unleash anything before. I feel like maybe we should go talk to him about that.
Maybe let's go check on Gerald, and then we can go to the constable.
Roundabout way. I do believe the constable is on the way back to the mayor's house anyway, so it'll be a nice little down and back.
Is everybody going?
I could use some
Sorry, Cal?
supplies.
Yeah,
Can
I'd
you
like
say
to
that
check
again?
on him.
I need more ink.
Okay.
I've used most of my ink up.
Luckily, there is a general store in town, as well as a really nice alchemy shop. So there's a few other businesses besides just the blacksmith.
Excellent.
But so yeah, you guys are all going as a group.
Let's do it.
All 7, including the goblin and the big dude and. All right, so you leave the inn and you'll swing the doors open and once again for you out of towners, you look up at the mountains immediately when you open up the doors in front of you and the mountains behind you, and just kind of take in the breathtaking beauty of the green, and as it turns to the snowy caps. Looking out across the street, you do see the blacksmith doorbell back at work. There's some man in fancy clothes with a team of 4 horses and a carriage out front. And you kind of take a right and continue down the street. Passing Stormbrew's alchemy shop, the general store. You do pass, actually, Mel and Fazra would probably notice this, is that Ali, the traveling tradesman from other worlds, has set up a little stall in one of the corners, and he's selling some fairly exotic looking goods. You pass by also like the constable's office, and there's some guards standing outside. And the buildings get thinner and thinner as you're walking, and it kind of turns more residential. And then the buildings thin a little more. You're walking. Trees and forests start kind of coming into view, and Celine, you know where his house is, the Silent Estate, as it's called. It's still about another quarter mile, and so you pass a quarter mile through the woods, winding its path back and forth, when seemingly out of nowhere, really, this very dilapidated mansion comes into view. There's a turret that's like half demolished. The garden is a completely mess. It's full of like thistles and sloes and all sorts of overgrown items. And there's like statues in the courtyard that are half crumbled, and it looks like the place hasn't been painted in probably 400 years, and just looks like shit. But there's a main sort of passage going up with a really dilapidated looking stable and horse area, and a set of a set of what would have been nice 500 years ago looking wooden doors. And so who is in the front at this point?
Probably myself or Runa, since we know our way around town. Okay.
So, I mean, the whole party is standing right outside of this dilapidated looking mansion. No sounds really you can hear. I mean, what do? Do you knock on the door? Do you?
We're here. Runa, do you want to go knock on the door? I don't like this place much.
Hold on, I got this. Is anybody here?
Are you banging on the door?
Oh, no, this place needs some serious work. Hello, do you need help?
And as you're banging on the door, it slowly creaks open, and you see...
Your locks don't work either.
And you see this old grizzled wizard with his beard is kind of in a funky shape, and his hat's out sideways. He kind of peers his head out the door and squints and looks down at the goblin, and it's like, "Can I help you?"
Looks like I gotta help you. Holy crap, what a hangover.
Oh, you're a pleasant one. And he opens the door a little further and looks up and says, "Oh, you all came.
Hi, Gerald.
What do you want?
Well,
Why are you here?"
We wanted to check on you. You set the bar on fire.
Don't remember.
And you
That's not me.
It was you. And you let loose a goth, was it?
Oh yeah, he was sick. I was trying to help him. Didn't you ever help your friends?
Goth?
And he like burps. Looks around, and he looks up at Vadra, the tall one. He goes, "Oh, you're tall. What are you doing here? What do you need from me?" Trying to get some shut eye.
We just wanted to make sure that you were okay. I'm not sure.
Oh, sorry. Like, are you holding your maul?
Yeah.
So you do notice as he's kind of talking and glancing over at you, he stops momentarily and squints at your maul, and then kind of looks back to you. And kind of goes, "Okay, glad you're here. You guys want to come in?" I just put some tea on.
Cool. You want to head on in? This place looks old.
Yeah, you like knowledge.
You want some cheese?
Gerald, I really...
Let's go on in.
Come on. Here.
Sure it's not that color.
Yes, tea. Do you have cheese puffs too?
What's a cheese puff?
It looks like this.
That's not metagaming. Oh hell! You want to make cheese puffs? I'll cook up some schnapps soup and oh hell yeah, that sounds good. Come on, guys! And he turns around and he walks into the abyss of his home.
Oh goodness.
So who's going in first? I'm assuming Boom the Goblin just charges in, and what about Colgrimmer? Are you following him or?
Yeah, nice glass of tea.
And Lakin?
Oh yeah.
Or is Lakin like? Okay, so it looks like
the library. The doors are very old, and everything in the city's kind of old.
Well, all the boys are going in. What about the girls?
Very reluctantly.
Yeah, extremely reluctantly, Mel follows in.
Like tiptoeing.
Yeah.
What does tiptoeing do differently?
It just shows how reluctant I am to go in.
Oh, come on, guys! You wanted to come see how he was doing.
Get outside.
You're right.
It smells really terrible in here.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Surprise! He smells terrible.
So you're ushered in, and he's kind of like doing his little drunk hobble along, and as the last person comes in, he just kind of flicks his hand behind him, and the door slams shut.
That's not ominous at
And
all.
looking around, you see dilapidated suits of armor falling apart, and like half-eaten chairs, and
Eaten?
well, maybe
Does
not
yours
half-eaten,
taste good?
but like maybe by rats.
Oh, okay.
And it's just really, really musty smelling. And he says, "Come on through here. We'll go to the sitting room."
I lean over to Runa. This is your town drunk?
I heard that. I'm a wizard.
How
I'm a wizard.
He's,
Yeah, clearly a powerful one too. I saw that mage hand.
Oh, this guy knows. See?
How well?
This goblin's
Oh, Gerald.
smarter than the lot of you.
Mel's gonna do a perception check.
I don't think you get.
What are you perception checking for?
How it works.
Just his whole house. The
Okay.
suit of armor looks kind of interesting. I'm just wondering if there's anything interesting in the house.
Like the vibe as well, or?
Yeah, I'm in here. I might as well learn something.
All right. Roll for perception. We'll do it. We're doing it live.
10.
10.
So yeah, I mean, you're walking through to what is apparently a sitting room, and looking around, yeah, you see these kind of dilapidated suits of armor, and you swear that there had been one kind of similar in a display in your library back home. So, which could mean maybe it's from royalty or it's a piece of junk. Looking around, you do see some. Looking around, you do see some objects kind of hanging from the ceiling that you didn't notice before, and it looks like they might be. Mel would not know this, but Lakin would. Some oddly shaped circular objects with teeth on the outside, with a hole through the middle. And they're, brass colored and a little rusty, and they're all kind of like, swaying a little bit. But there's no breeze in the house, so you're not sure really why that would be. And looking around off to your right, you do see this sort of crusty, moldy staircase going up and around and to the right and up into a seeming abyss of rooms. And under this staircase is a door, which looks actually a little out of place, I would say, in the sense that it's a little cleaner than everything else. Not by much, but, maybe it gets more use. So that's all off to the right. And then straight ahead, I mean, there's another door to your left. Very crusty, very moldy. There's actually a pile of junk sitting in front of it. You're not even sure what the pile of junk is. And then through the straight away to the front, you do see the sitting room and what would probably be a kitchen on the other side, just as crusty and pretty gross looking as the rest of the house. And you're getting some mysterious vibes. You're feeling mysterious. You're feeling good for a calendar.
So I think as we're walking through this, being a renowned smith and tinkerer. Boom is significantly more interested in the dilapidated suits of armor than pretty much anything else, and is probably just going to let everyone wander away from him while he's just looking at them, trying to see if there's anything salvageable, things of that nature.
Hey, Boom,
All right, I guess make an investigation check.
Sure. May I have the mouse, please?
What'd you say, Trey?
I said, are there any axes over there in the armor that look pretty good?
Well, let's find out.
We'll know in a minute. I mean,
Well, that's a nat 20, so let's go with a 25.
Wow.
All right, 25 on investigation. Is that the first nat 20 of the campaign?
Yeah.
Like I said, world-renowned smith and tinker, boom explosion.
Rummaging through the couple suits of armor that are there, you do find this rusty pole axe, not an axe, kind of leaning up behind, like it fell down and somebody just sort of was like, yeah, whatever, I'll just throw it by, who cares? And, rummaging up through the carapace, the inside of the armor, it's not a bug. You do procure actually a singular jewel in the inside of one of these suits of armor. A jewel, and as you're taking it apart, that's really all that's salvageable. I mean, they're pretty moldy.
Okay.
And the jewel is a bit opalescent and a little bit round.
First things first, I'm going to attempt to pocket the gem without alerting anybody.
All right, roll for your sleight of hand then. Oh, geez.
19.
Okay. Just barely beats Gerald's passive perception, and you successfully pocket the gem.
Wonderful. Okay, and then I yell over to Colgrimer, "Hey, big guy! There's a pointy stick with an axe on it if you want it. This dude's not using it."
Gerald looks back. You guys looking for my stuff? You tall guy. Don't touch my shit.
Can't touch your shit.
I invite you into my house. I offer you tea and schnapps soup. And what do?
Come on, man. This is a powerful wizard. Don't steal his shit.
I haven't touched any poop. There's no poop.
Okay.
Hey, Gerald, I think I saw that fall over when we walked in. I think the breeze caught it. Everything's kind of falling apart a bit.
I bump into
What do you
things
mean?
a lot. I could have done that.
Hey, you green guy. You talking crap about my house? My dad and my dad's dad and his 8 times dad's dad, they all built this together. Left it for me. So you know what?
They left it.
Maybe we should go.
Because what I hear.
To make sure that you're doing okay, Gerald, and it seems like you're doing so much better than you were earlier. And maybe we have some errands to run, and maybe we should go.
Hey, Gerald. In these old mansions, you guys normally keep a pretty good collection of books.
Yeah, we got a library, but I ain't showing you.
What if I traded you one of my famous pieces of art?
I've got a lot of art. And he points over to this picture that's like got a tear through it.
But have you ever had art designed by a Michelangelo of sorts from the mountains? I mean, that's pretty rare.
First of all, who the hell is Michelangelo?
A renowned artist of sorts.
Of sorts. Haven't heard of him. And I know art, dude. I tell you what, there's this girl in town. She's got some she's got some good art. Don't remember her name though.
I was just
That's
hoping
so
to,
helpful, Gerald.
Yes.
I mean,
What?
so no to the art to see the library. That's a no. You're passing.
Not right now. I had something. I'm glad you came by because I had something important to talk to you guys about.
To us?
Yeah.
okay?
Did I pay my tab?
No.
No?
Did he pay his tab, Runa? I don't remember. Did he pay his tab? I don't remember.
I'm sure he did.
Did he? Yes. If Runa said you did, you did.
Oh, okay.
Quick question before we leave, and we will get out of your hair. Why did you have a goth in a flask?
So you're asking the right questions. You want to fucking see gods?
Pardon?
Sure.
Excuse me?
The silent of what do you think the silent of the state is?
Disgusting manor house.
You think this is the silent estate?
I always assumed so.
And after you say this, he sits upright, like you haven't seen him ever do this before. He says, "Let me show you the real silent estate. Clear as day. Just follow me." And he walks to the other room.
I don't know if I want to follow him now. This is more terrifying than drunk Gerald.
Can I go follow him ahead of everyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take the lead.
Woo! Taking the lead.
I'll tail the very end, tripping over odds and ends along the way.
Boom is going to follow behind the barbarian because he seems very able to pin anything bad that happens on him, so he wants to stay close.
So Gerald is now surprisingly
Pretty much.
So Gerald is now surprisingly taking some good strides across the floor here. And he walks over to that kind of clean-looking door that Mel would have seen earlier. And he opens it, and it just kind of... And he points, and there's these stairs that go down. He says, "Let's go see the silent estate."
Onward!
Okay.
Yes.
The worst that could happen.
We miss our dinner with the mayor, I suppose.
There's always dinner tomorrow, or second dinner.
I guess, yeah.
As long as it doesn't take too long, I really want to get to the constable before they're not there anymore.
Yes, that would be ideal.
All right, I'll take you guys. You can't tell anybody. And I will know if you tell anybody.
I just want to make really quick, before we do this, we're going to follow the man that released the thing that tried to kill us into a door that nobody knows exists. This is the collective decision that we're making as a group of intelligent...
Gerald, you can trust me. Who would I tell?
I don't know. Your goblin friends?
What friends?
Nah. Likely response. Look
I have
here.
a feeling if he pins things on other people a lot, he doesn't have a lot of friends.
Follow me down there.
Some big guy.
Follow me down there and I will explain everything.
Yeah, explain at the bottom.
But you have to trust me.
You're not giving us much reason to.
I trust very easily, so let's do it.
So, what is are just two going down there, or
Reluctantly.
is everybody going down?
I'll follow reluctantly, but yeah.
Is it what is it like? What is it? Dark down there? Is it lit? What are we looking at?
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
Okay, well, I have dark vision. I don't know about the rest of the group.
So the stairs
Bottom of the water. I also have dark vision.
I have a light. Right? I have a big light.
Can I stand by you then, please?
Of course.
Okay.
Light.
I like a dark vision, but if somebody could link arms with me, please.
I'm going to cast light. Oh, but I have to touch something.
Yeah, you need to pick an object. It can be anything.
My hammer?
No larger than 10 feet, yeah? That works.
Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna touch my hammer, and it's going to cast a bright light in a 20-foot radius, and then dim light for an additional 20 feet.
Yes.
And it can be any color I want, so it's pink, because that's my favorite color.
Your favorite color is emerald green.
That's her favorite color to wear. Everybody knows pink doesn't look good on somebody with pale skin and light hair.
But I also love pink.
I didn't know that, but I do now.
Whoa, that's a really neat trick.
So, seeing this, Gerald's like, it's a cool hammer. Where'd you get that?
I found it.
Likely story. You guys ready?
Yes, let's go.
Yes.
Come with me. It's not far. And so you're all walking down the stairs, and once again, the door slams behind you. Fazra's pink light emanating all throughout this winding staircase that goes down and down and down and down. Must be 6 flights of stairs. Says, this is down a little ways. It goes down and down. And finally you reach the bottom. And it's this very small room. Nice wood floors, nice stone on either side with some sconces already lit with this blue light emanating from it, surprisingly. And at the other end of this wall, you see this sort of brass fence-looking thing. And behind it is like a box that could probably fit a bunch of people or a bunch of things. And he looks at you guys, he says, you ever seen an elevator?
What?
Elevator. Had these in the old world. You guys,
we have elevators in the Cloud City.
Oh yeah, you're from you're from Glass City, right? Yeah.
Why did we take 6 flights of stairs?
The Cloud City.
I think the elevator just goes further down.
Just come on. Everybody in, and you see this little like automaton thing come out and just pull a lever. And it's like this little it's kind of cute. It's this little ball thing with these spindly arms. It's got these cute little eyes. And it's like, and like it looks at you guys, and Gerald's like, oh, come on, let's go. Like looking at it.
Sasha's panicking.
When the little automaton comes out, Boom is going to let his homunculus out, and they're going to have a little Wall-E moment.
So, what? Can you describe your homunculus, dude?
It's literally just a tiny copper, basically a statue that looks like Boom. It's totally in his own image. Little tiny copper statue, and the inside of it is a small jet gemstone.
Is he called Bang? Smaller than a Boom?
I think we decided. I think we were debating between Boom Jr. and my little friend.
Oh, that's right.
So you let my little friend Boom Jr. thing go, and the other automaton is like beeping at it. That's kind of how it communicates. Does your automaton say anything, or?
It can't speak, but it does have a 10 intelligence, so it can comprehend all the same languages as me, and I assume probably do some bleeps and bloops in the same manner.
So they do have a little Wall-E moment.
It can't communicate things back to me, but it can take instructions and whatnot.
So it doesn't give it any instructions. They kind of have this fun little Wall-E moment, and then Gerald's automaton kind of goes back to its job, and as it pulls this lever, which is pulled 8 times now apparently, the golden brass fence like slides open. And it stands inside it like an attention ready. And Gerald's like, all right, come on, guys. He walks in and he stands in this box that he's now called an elevator. Mel's probably the only one at this point, I would assume, who would have been on one in her life.
I've read about elevators.
He's super chill about it.
Selena's creaking
The
the
pulley system doesn't impress me. Give me something better.
Mel, is this
Oh, it's very safe. We'll be fine. Don't even worry about it.
okay?
Which character?
Okay.
I've only just met you, but I trust you implicitly, Mel. So if you say good,
That seems like great decision making.
I never said I was good at it. I'm good at making friends.
So, you all board this box with a brass fence known as an elevator. And Gerald looks at the automaton like, all right, let's go. And it pulls another lever and the fence slides shut and you feel it lurch down. And I think we'll take a break.
Sir.
Bill said one.
Okay. Sorry about that, folks. I clicked something and OBS crashed. So, anyway, moving on past that. So Gerald and crew and the old automaton dude, all jamming in this box with a brass fence that is called an elevator, apparently, according to Gerald and Mel. And the automaton pulls the lever, and all of a sudden it just, and you hear just all these floors and all of the land that you once were like on, just getting further and further and further away.
Lean wraps her tail around the leg of the closest person. Like,
Oh, I forgot you had a tail.
I've got a tail.
Which would be Lakin.
Sorry, Lakin. And you just feel this like tail around your ankle. It's got a little furry tuft on the end.
I'm too busy screaming to notice.
I have one hand on the wall and one hand on Boom's head, and I'm like,
Mel's just like playing elevator music in her head, like.
I feel like right now would be the perfect time for you to just whip out your harp and just like ding, ding, ding,
No, we
ding,
can do that. She can just start strumming on it. I'd be like, it was just a little quiet. I'm not used to it being so quiet.
You need to get a lap harp.
Oh my goodness.
A what?
A lap harp.
A lap harp?
They're like this big and these. They're super easy to play, actually.
isn't that what you have? You have a whole harp.
No, not like a big one.
Like a lyre.
Yeah.
Little one.
Like,
So a little bit.
Well, you don't believe her? Who are you calling a liar?
So the elevator continues, and all of a sudden, it kind of grinds to a halt. And you're hearing like steam, like hissing, like. You're seeing a couple sparks come from up ahead. Just very strange, nothing in Honey Ridge would ever rival this sort of magnitude. And all of a sudden, it just. Gerald's like, all right, we're here. Let's get out. And the automaton pulls a little lever and the brass fence kind of opens up. And what you see before you really cannot believe. A wide open cavernous system. It's like all these huge stalactites or stalagmites. Which ones that hang down?
Like tight to the ceiling.
Yeah, stalactites hanging down. And all around you, you see like these various buildings made out of like brass and some white material, and they're super super clean, and it's like nothing you've ever seen before. And there's streets kind of going all over the place, and it's almost like a little mini town. And at the top of the stalactites, in the middle, is kind of like glowing rock that's just giving this ominous and like teal glow, I guess you could say. And he looks around at you guys and he says, "This is the Silent Estate."
All of this under Honey Ridge.
We're pretty far under Honey Ridge. I mean, there's no way you would have found it.
The whole time? The whole time?
Hey, Gerald, what's the deal with the big rock?
Well, not really sure. My great-great-great-grandfather had written something about it, but that book was lost somewhere. There's a lot of old projects around here throughout the years that I just haven't worked on. And as he's saying this, your eyes are adjusting a little bit to the light, and you're seeing like off in the distance a half-built like bronze and brass like large automaton, maybe as big as a giant. But it's like missing an arm, and it's missing some pieces, and you see all these different little brass projects kind of strewn about everywhere, which might be of interest to some of you. He says, "Come with me. Let's go to my house."
But we were at your house.
No, that's garbage up there. Look, I'm not actually drunk. Okay, I gotta level with you. I'm not actually. I don't drink. I can't get drunk.
Why not?
I feel like the actions that we saw earlier would contradict your statement.
Runa is just looking at him with like the most shocked face.
I'm speechless.
Let's go to my house. We'll get some real tea, and then we'll talk.
Didn't know he was a realtor.
How many other people have elevators in their houses in Honey Ridge?
None, as far as I know. Haven't been haven't been to the Goldane yet, but was never invited. Don't really want to be. Mayor's house doesn't seem to have one, but it's the two biggest houses in Honey Ridge, so.
You're the only person in Honey Ridge who can get to the estate?
Well, yes. And you are the first to set foot in here, except for the others.
What's other?
I would say maybe 10 years.
That's sweet.
Who are the others?
Well, let's go to my house. So I'll explain everything.
Okay, real quick. Before we go, I need you to answer one question for me. These others that came down here, did they leave? That's all I want to know.
Yes, they did.
I don't like the
their own accordance. On their own accordance.
Okay.
So come with me, and he leads the group kind of up this nice. Sorry.
Before we leave, Lean's gonna bend down and pat the little automaton on his head and say, "Thank you for getting us there safely," and see if he'd like a copper or something.
So it takes a little copper ore, and it's and it just drops it on the floor.
Oh, never mind.
And not having any use for it.
Fix it back up.
So he leads you down the road to what would be the grandest house in this small little town, leading you inside the door, and he opens up, to the main room of this very, very large kind of estate building. Opens up the main door to really nice, the floor. It's the white and black checkered tiles that are probably made from marble, and there's brass fixtures all over the ceiling, emanating this blue light that looks kind of strange. And there's this beautiful staircase that kind of goes up the middle and forks, and there's just doors everywhere. And he kind of leads you into the sitting area with these nice fancy pieces of furniture that are red and velvet. And he says, "Sit here. I'll go ask Gladys to make us some tea."
Gladys?
Yeah, my tea making robot.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Very confusing.
Yeah. I'll be right back. And he leaves to go to the other room.
Do you think that the elevator robot had an issue? Or just didn't know?
That's me. Who's in the shit?
What'd you say?
Anybody else just losing their fucking shit right now?
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely.
He comes in every single day. How did we not know about this?
I think he doesn't have many friends. He has robots. And he hasn't had anybody down here in 10 years.
Why has he chosen to tell us about this?
I was thinking the same thing. Of all the people, he's just the people that defeated my friend. I'm going to bring them down to my town.
Maybe it was a test. Or maybe we're trapped and we're going to be killed.
I was about to say, we're about to die, aren't we? We're about to die.
Gerald would really do that to us, honestly.
You don't know Gerald. You thought he was a drunk.
Yeah, Gerald pretended to be drunk for how many years? How many years did he come into your bar? He set the bar on fire? Set it on fire?
Did arson.
Fair points.
This is premeditated. This is all premeditated. We're playing into Gerald's plan.
Also, that giant automaton.
Gerald's
thing just
name. That would be a good name for a song or a book.
There you go.
Did anyone get the?
I got that. I got you.
Can you make me a mead making automatron like you guys got?
So as you're saying this, yeah, Gladys, this automaton, a little bit kind of same coloration, looks like maybe same type of parts as the previous one, except it's wearing like an apron, like a poofy, nice, cutesy apron. Comes in with this tray of tea and just walks over and like sets it on the coffee table and says, and like and scurries back to the kitchen.
That was cute.
I'm a little
Trey,
sus about the tea.
you were asking it for a mead?
I was asking for a mead making robot.
Oh. The robot wouldn't know that, so it walks out to the other room. You guys were saying something? Sorry. We'll move on.
This is not for kids.
No. And so Gerald comes back in the room, and he's got this pretty big potted cup of tea, and he sits down in this armchair you can tell he's been sitting in probably a lot recently. He says, "So, you guys surprised? Did I do a good job?"
Good job.
Yeah, Town Drunk is my cover.
What are you covering for?
Well, you knew your father knew my father, looking at Celine, and he was a drunk, right?
I suppose I've not heard.
Look, I come from a family of supposed drunks.
But none of them are drunks?
So, it's just a cover. Nobody suspects the drunk wizard.
What?
I
Suspect you of what?
I don't know how much I should tell you at this point. I think I've given you a lot of secrets.
You brought us down
Right now, Gerald.
Yeah, you brought us down to your whole lower village.
Your little secret space.
I think it was a great idea to come down here because we're learning so much about this guy.
We are learning.
So,
And every time we're learning.
You don't know how right you are.
100% out of character. Can we please never refer to Gerald's lower village again?
Just wait until we start having backdoor.
I was about to say, this is like a very lower village backdoor.
So
Alex.
We've seen somebody break down the back door.
What are you showing
No,
us?
sneak into the back door.
Oh,
right.
Yeah, we sneak into the back door.
slow and steady with the back door.
Slow and steady.
With the
As
back.
long as it's an accident.
Well,
So-
it's very much on purpose.
And we're the hinge. Lubricated.
as you guys are trying to press him for more information, whoever's making the lead arguments, give me a persuasion check.
That was McJerry push out.
So I think that would be, you, Meg Jerry. Make a persuasion check. See if you can press him for some more information.
17 plus 5.
Ooh.
Okay, so Gerald's like, you're right. I brought you down here. You want to know something?
Eat you.
To murder you.
So Honey Ridge is a nice place to live, right? You think?
I mean, that's debatable, but sure.
Seems fine.
Well, your opinion maybe doesn't count, Goblin. No offense. The other towns.
Treat my friends like
this,
that.
you notice the other towns outside of this valley are a little more dangerous.
Yes, it's always been kind of a safe haven here at Honey Ridge.
Don't you ever wonder why?
I just assumed it was the area.
Let's just say me and my friends have something to do with that. I don't know how much they would let me tell you, but at the moment, that's all I can tell you. But I did have a purpose for bringing you down here. The Goth, yes, it was a test. I saw some intrepid travelers coming together. I set the wheels in motion. Thought you would all.
Set the bar on fire.
I did. I set
How
the
are you
bar on
going
fire.
to repair the damages?
Mending? I will compensate Orville.
I hope you do.
My father, Edward.
Edward, yes, sorry. Orville is the blacksmith. So I have not needed a group like this since the others.
Who are the others?
So the others were... I won't give you their names. It's a little hard to talk about, but I'm usually tied up dealing with my dealings, and when I need an extra helping hand, I find a helping hand, usually by tests. The drunk is just a cover. Once again, do not tell anybody my cover, because I will know, and I will find you.
That's not ominous at all, Gerald.
No, not ominous. Are you enjoying your tea?
It was.
Well, it's imported. It's good stuff.
Oh, is Gerald even your real name?
Ah, Gerald, my name, of course. Yes.
Just wanted to get that out there.
Azra does not drink the tea.
Reason I brought you here is missing persons. You notice many missing persons. The trends. At first, it was just the mothers over the years who have gone missing. Traders going missing. Now these clerics. Doesn't that strike you as a little bit odd?
Yes.
I need you to investigate these on my behalf and for my interests.
Well, we did have some things to investigate anyway, I guess. Adding it to the plate isn't... Wait, Mel! Could this be a friend?
I was just wondering that. You said traders have gone missing. I've asked so many people if anyone else besides clerics have gone missing. You're saying traders have gone missing here?
A few, yes. I've been my monitorings of the town. I always try to track these. I'm not much of a tracker myself, but the circumstances upon their disappearance have been quite strange. You know, there is a saying in this valley that mothers don't stick around for very long, but traders always show up. There's always coin to be made, and then over the past maybe year, there's probably been a dozen that have gone missing. I don't know where, don't know how, but I think they're connected. But somebody in this town must be the source or the roots or the cause. I don't know who.
How long has this been going on?
Well, the traders have been about a year. The clerics have been, just a few days ago. And the mothers, well, that's both an old wives' tale, and I have observed it a few times over the past few decades. How much is myth, how much is legend, I don't know with the mothers, but that seems the only thing connecting them, is that they're all, in fact, mothers.
So you've been observing this trait, you've been observing this for years, but you've never seen anything happen, anyone be taken, anyone start trending, acting strange.
Trending on Twitter.
So that's the thing. I don't know if the mothers have been kidnapped. I don't know if they've been kidnapped or if they just leave on their own accord or where they're going. It is like they just vanish. Mm. As I mentioned, this is not my only dealings. Sometimes these things get bad, and I asked others to step in.
Well, the mayor did ask us to help look for the clerics.
Mm.
Yes.
He is a good man.
You trust the mayor, then?
I think I trust the mayor.
Okay.
Yeah. I think so.
All right.
I'm not sure why you trust us.
Yes.
Well, Runa and Celine, you've been nothing but kind to an old drunk wizard. And the rest of you are from out of town. You have no ties to this area. Who are you going to tell?
How long have you been tracking the others?
Just since they came to town. with the Riken Festival coming up, it was really a good opportunity to find some fresh blood. Anyhow, I think you know my secrets. I think it's time that I see you out. He sets his tea down. Says, "You guys want to do anything or say anything before you leave, or?"
Well, if we okay, so you're asking us to help you track down the missing people.
Yes, in essence, the traders, the clerics, maybe the mothers. I don't know if the mothers are. I would like an answer on the mothers. I don't know if they are kidnapped, or if they are leaving.
Do you have a place for us to start? Where would we even start? We have to talk to the mayor later today anyway. We're going to go to dinner.
Why are you meeting with the mayor?
He's going to get some information on the clerics.
Yes. I would say, yes, meet with the mayor, but be wary of the folks in town. Somebody is lying. I think somebody in town is behind this.
Do you trust the... Who am I going to go talk to about my missing friend?
Constable.
She's a sour old lady. Trust, maybe.
Lady.
I don't know if it's sourness or laziness or what, but I don't like the way she investigates any of this. So I mean, it seems fishy to me, really. But beyond that, I don't know. That's what I'm relying on you folks for. Now, I have an appointment. I really must be going. Anything else you need before I leave you? Sir, the automatons will see you out. And he walks through the other room and you hear a clap. See a little smoke come from the room and he's gone.
Can't trust lizards.
So, what do you guys do? Probably head back to the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
So, full Tauntaun comes up, like takes who's in the lead, takes one of you by the hand, takes Lakin by the hand, and starts leading him back to the elevator. And you all head back to the elevator, get in the elevator, and it shoots back up. You go back up the stone staircase, and you're left, you're left, at the front entrance of the what you thought was the Silent Estate, but was actually just a dilapidated old piece of crap house. The door slowly closes behind you. So.
Well, that was a lot more than I was expecting when I got here.
You guys didn't want to go down there.
I mean, haven't you heard? Don't judge a cruddy old house by its cover, am I right?
I can't even read the cover, so...
Cole, I could teach you how to read.
Really?
Yeah! I think I'm probably a lot better at it than this one.
That's harsh. Let's see who can teach me fastest.
Oh, now it's a competition.
This is a lot different than the drinking competition days.
I heard that songs are a wonderful way to teach.
It's the best way to teach.
Do you know the
I have a feeling that we should go. Sorry, I have a feeling just break out the song.
I love how you're trying to dictate me breaking out into song.
You are a bard.
When it happens, it's gonna be great, but I'm not gonna do it under pressure.
Chose to play a bard, refuses to.
Under pressure, pushing down on me.
Mel's not in a great mood. She's missing her friend.
What would you guys do next? I know you're going to stop at the constable's office. You can always, go back to you can stop there. Is that, the next docket item, or how are you feeling, Mel, after talking to the wizard?
I feel a little more hopeful because I was pretty sure that my friend it was going to be a dead end here. So I'm a little more hopeful knowing that there's someone in this town who has information, but I'm a little wary of the constable. So
I think we're gonna have to watch her.
what time is it? When are we supposed to meet the mayor for dinner?
Well, looking at the sun, it's about 3:30. We got about an hour and a half. It's going to take 25 minutes or 20 minutes or so to slowly walk all the way back to the center of town.
Okay.
Do you want to stop by the constable still, or do we want to just cut her off completely for now? That's your call, Mel.
No, I'm gonna at least go talk to the constable because I want to get as much information as I can, and I'll try to decipher what I believe is accurate information and what's not.
All right.
Okay, so you all, I'm guessing you're still going as a mob. You all make your way up the street, and you go and stop back at the place where you had known had seen the constable's office, and there's two guards standing outside, and the doors are closed. And Mel, I guess you would walk up to the guards. One of the guards is sort of looking at you, and he's in the traditional Midlothian garb of like this checkered blue and red shirt over his armor, tunic over his armor, with a little skull cap, and he has a spear, and he just looks at you like, "Oi, what's your business here?"
Oh, hi, yes, I'm here because I need to speak to the constable.
Have an appointment, do you?
Nope, but it is very important that I speak to the constable.
So, luck would have it, as you were speaking about this, the constable is actually walking by with three other guards.
Oh, goody.
Going into the front door. She looks at you guys and says, "Can I help you?"
Yes, hi. I was directed to speak to you about a missing person.
Oh, God. Okay, come in my office.
Oh, no.
Come on. And going into this constable's office, it's, there's papers scattered about everywhere. You see one guard sort of sitting at a desk writing in a notebook, and you see this other grander, bigger desk, which is the constable's desk. She sort of walks around behind it and plops her butt down on the desk and starts looking through notes and says, "Okay, do you have a description?
Actually,
when did this person go missing?"
Cole Grimmer, do you think you could help me maybe draw a portrait of my friend who went missing? Because you just impressed me so much with your drawing.
Twice in a row.
I got you. Hold on.
The rare forensic artist barbarian subclass.
I'm so excited.
What do you add to a roll for drawing?
Make it we'll do a dex check. Dexterity.
Yeah, I know.
8.
Oh!
8?
Go ahead and describe your friend. I've got it.
18.
So you do a fairly decent job. It's not quite the Michelangelo you drew of the tapestry in the library, but as Mel was describing this, you're like, writing it down. And what does it look like? It's probably, it would say 90% accurate. So pretty good, pretty good drawing of Fen.
Does this look pretty close to your friend?
It's pretty spot on. Yeah, thank you. I feel like I should give Cole Grimmer money. Can I give you some money for drawing that for me?
I will not say no.
Okay, I'll give him 5 gold. Wait, 1 gold. 1 gold.
I don't think you can say out loud 5 gold and retract the 1 gold.
It's crap.
Oops! That's more than I meant to grab! Let me just...
You're lucky because my art's on a 1-day only sale of 1 gold.
For a part that doesn't sit, it's a lot of money.
Jeff Holden opens wallet.
So do you show this drawing to the constable?
Yes.
You gotta go like this, though.
Okay.
So she sort of looks at it.
Is Finn.
That is Finn. He's an elf? An elf?
Yeah.
Is that what he is?
He's
Elf.
an elf.
Okay, she's looking through elf. When did he go missing?
About 6 months ago, and he was last known location was here, so.
She's like flipping through the books and it's like, yeah, yeah, I think the overseer, the trade master of East Midlothian Trading Company that came through here did report him missing about 5 months ago. I guess they were traveling on a boat. Came into town. I think he had said he had some dealings with somebody in the wilderness out to the northeast. That's really all that. He disappeared, went out one night, never came back. Left all of his belongings as well. So I hate to break it to you, but it's maybe a bear got him. I don't know. I don't have a ton of manpower to do a lot of investigating on this, so, and especially with the festival coming up, we've been really strapped with security. So I'm sorry, that's the best I can give you at the moment.
Mel's kind of like taken aback by this information because she knew that her friend was missing, and this has obviously been causing her a lot of distress. But she had always kind of like held on to a little sliver of hope in hearing that he just left like all his belongings. Really just concerns her, so she kind of shuts down a little bit.
Maybe we should sing her a song.
Are you all right, Mel?
I don't know.
I think that's to be, expected. We'll find him. We will find out what happened, good or bad, and we are here for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm sorry there's not much more information, but I think it's a good start.
Jumped on game set, sing Don't Stop Believing.
Alex wanted to stop Cotton-Eye Joe.
Yeah, I wanted to sing Cotton-Eye Joe, but where did you come from? Where
Where did you come from, Cotton-Eye Joe?
Cotton-Eye Joe.
So the constable looks up at you and says, "Look, I've got a busy schedule here. I've got a 4 o'clock coming in. Bugbear from out of town. Other security issues. Is that all? Do you need anything else? If not, you can talk to my sergeant here." But the other guard kind of looks up from his desk like, "Hello," and he's got a mustache. Keeps writing.
Well, did we need to go anywhere else before we go talk to the mayor?
Did we want to just quick browse through the shopping stalls real quick on our way?
I could use some lead-based ink.
You're looking at it, the sun's kind of continuing to go down. It's maybe 4:15 at this point. It's getting a little darker. You spent some time at the constable's there, and still be another 5-minute walk or so, and you probably wouldn't want to be late for the dinner.
Oh God, I guess I mistook the time. We might not actually have enough time to stop by the stalls.
It's okay to be fashionably late, right?
Not with the mayor. I think he might be rather offended if we're not 10 minutes early, really.
But I feel like if he was late, he would think he was just, I'm fashionably late.
Oh, absolutely. But we would get the shit for not being there early.
Fine. I apologize.
No, you're totally fine. Every mayor is different, and ours is lovely, but punctual.
Holgrimer, on the way to the mayor's house, do you want to learn your ABCs?
Are we
What
going
are
to sing
those?
Those are the letters of the alphabet. I feel like I'm going to be whipping out my preschool teaching days.
Which alphabet?
Huh?
Oh,
Which alphabet?
The Old Norse one.
I don't think that was ABCs though. I think that was like, runes and things.
A umlaut, B umlaut.
I wumbo, you wumbo.
Oh, me, bumbo, bumboing. Basic elementary SpongeBob.
Oh,
Off to the mayor's.
as we're singing the ABCs, correct?
ABC.
Yes, we can sing the ABCs. She pulls out her little hookity-doke.
Don't forget they changed how they do LMNOP.
How do they do it now?
They don't do LMNOP, they do LMNOP. Right? Something like that. It's so weird. They go LMNOP.
Not in this fantasy world.
It's weird.
This is homebrewed, Trey. All right, so y'all, as a cluster mob of newly acquainted friends, walk up the street.
Oh, we went from acquaintances to friends real quick.
Well, finding a secret talent underneath the dilapidated wizard's house will do that to you.
Hey guys, I'm always looking for friends.
Me too. I love meeting new people.
So,
I wasn't
walking up the
expecting to
street.
make friends.
So you walk up the street. Traffic seems to be picking up a little on the main street, and you walk past the Stumbling Bee, the blacksmith, the kind of the center portion of town there, and you continue on, and you come to the Grand Mayor's estates. There's a beautiful gate out front with like a little fountain in the middle there, with a little, not like a cupid, but some kind of statue of like maybe a deer or something, and this and nice topiaries and hedges and everything, and the gates are open, so you can walk right in.
Mel leans into Runa and she goes, "Do you think that there is a secret town hidden under that one too?"
At this point, I have no idea.
And the house is quite grand. It's like a Tudor style, but like extra fancy. This guy's probably got a little bit of gold. These also have nice big wooden doors, but they're in fantastic, pristine shape. Do you walk up to the door? Or?
Right up to the door. Just right up to the door and just start pounding again.
Maybe, Boom, maybe we should be a little bit more respectful here than we were at that other guy's house.
What are you talking about?
Like, maybe we just shouldn't yell quite so much.
You seen the size of this house? You think he's gonna hear me if I just whisper?
I'm sure he has somebody waiting to answer the door for him.
Whatever. If you wanna go to the door, go to the door. I don't care.
So Foster goes to the door, right?
Knock on the door. Or louder. Or doorbell? Is there a door?
So the door, you knock on the door, tick, 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 and it creaks open, but not creepily, just like, "Rrr," and there standing before you is this like 7'5" Goliath. He's got some darker grayish skin with some blue tattoos running like all over his body, and he's standing there in like a chef's outfit. He says, "The mayor said we would have company. I am the cook. Come on in." And so going into the mayor's house, it's a lot nicer than the top part of the Silent Estate. There's nice statues everywhere, and you can see like off to one room, there's like a half-made statue with like a chisel and a hammer next to it, and there's just it's a very nice contemporary for the time home with nice staircases going. A lot of nice houses in this area, apparently. Nice staircases going everywhere, and you kind of go into the daventry or the entry room, and the big Goliath chef says, right this way. The dining room is through the other hallway.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes. Any eating restrictions from the lot of you?
Mother said I should watch my sugar.
Yes, no problem. Just skip desserts. You, green one there, do you have... I know your kind sometimes has some eating restrictions. I like to cook with a lot of butter.
Yeah.
Butter's fine, but you got any dog?
No. And he's very offended.
Alright. Well, whatever. I've eaten garbage before, so it can't be too much worse.
Well, yes. I would think that, my food would be better than garbage. Okay.
I'm sure your food is going to be so great. I can't wait to taste it.
We're very excited.
How long have you been working for the mayor?
About a year. A year or so I've been working for the mayor. Yeah.
Okay.
And this 7'5" Goliath looks over at Colgrim and he's like, I've got shrimp on the menu.
Oh.
Sorry, I joke.
Wait a second. Did you just are you implying I'm a shrimp?
No, he thought you would like shrimp. He just thought you would like shrimp. I love shrimp, don't you?
I feel like he's making fun of my size.
No.
You would do that.
You are
Very
large.
Cole, so tall. I mean, look, I come up to like your chest.
You know what, Cole Grimmer? Never mind. He wasn't implying that.
With that, the very tall Goliath chef walks to the other room and he says, take a seat whenever you're ready. I think his food should be ready in 20 minutes or so.
Very tall, but he's not a warrior.
And he hears this and he turns around and he pulls up his sleeve all the way to his shoulder, and there's all these tick marks. And on the other side there's tick marks, and he says, how many wars you been in, son?
You can roll your sleeve past those little muscles.
And he flexes it, and it's bigger than a bowling ball is what his bicep is. He's very large.
A beginner's bowling ball.
Well,
I just wanted to have dinner. We haven't even eaten yet.
why the mayor invited this asshole, I don't know. Do you want to take something outside, buddy?
Celine,
No,
He doesn't.
He's really good at drawing. Why don't you ask him to draw?
Ask him to draw your big bowling ball muscles.
He's so good at drawing.
I ain't asking shit from this guy.
Celine links her arm
No.
Celine links her arm with Colgrim and pats and says, "It's all right, friend. It's all right. We'll get you some more mead, and we can sleep off the drink tomorrow." And then she turns to the chef and is like, "Don't mind him. He's very drunk right now. Very drunk."
No, he doesn't look drunk, but I tell you what, I've got some infused vodka. Infuse it with some elderberry, a little bit of mint. You're gonna love it. You'll get pretty drunk, but maybe have some towards the end of the night.
It sounds wonderful. Thank you. And she just pulls as hard as she can with all 3 of her strengths.
Roll a strength check. See if you can pull them.
Oh, nat 20.
Yeah.
So, she pretty much manpowers you into the other room.
Accidentally rips Colgrimer's arm off.
All 5'1" of little Celine. Using your tail as leverage. Every step she takes, the tail goes down and pushes.
Don't sell yourself short. Your strength is 3 higher than mine.
And so, as you're pulling him into the other room, hold on, I gotta look something up here. The mayor is in there, sitting at the table, and someone who you recognize as Priestess Marin from the Temple of Vadrina. And they're sitting there and they're playing chess. And the mayor looks up and says, "Oh, you've come! Thank you! Please, take a seat." Priestess Marin doesn't really look up so much. Yes.
Priestess, how are you? So wonderful to see you again for the first time.
She's playing with the chess piece and says, "Well, times could be better, but I'm here."
Yes. Yes.
Priestess, please excuse the priestess. She's had a long journey down from the mountains, from the temple. Please, you all come in. Sit down. Dinner will be ready soon. Can I get you any drinks?
Just some mead.
Some mead, yes. So you, and he points to Foster. Yes, you, what would you like to drink?
Mead is fine, thank you.
All right, you know what? Mead's all around. I'll just bring meads all around.
Great idea.
And he disappears to the other room. And at this point, Priestess Marin is like picking up her chess set, and that's kind of quiet and awkward. And you're all standing there, and she's not really talking.
Ozra, do you think we should say something to her?
Who is it?
That's the High Priestess Marin. She's the leader of the Temple of Vadrina.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say, and I feel as though you've been a paladin much longer than I've been a cleric.
Does she seem okay to you?
Not at all. She's a priestess of the goddess of love, of the goddess of twilight. They're normally much more bubbly and kind and forthcoming. This is strange.
Okay, I'm gonna try and talk to her, I guess. Hi. How are you?
Yes. As I mentioned, I could be better. I'm sure you've heard from the mayor. We have a few clerics from our temple who are missing. I'm hoping we could work something out.
I have heard that. I actually came from Vadrina to check on the temple because we hadn't heard from you in quite some time.
Yes, Vadrina. Lovely country. Yes.
Sure.
Well, with everything going on, with the missing clerics, and the inner workings of our work, we have kind of fallen by the wayside with sending out our usual messages, but all is mostly fine.
How did
Marin?
Go ahead.
No. I think we were about to say the same thing anyway.
How did they go missing? You just one day they were just gone? What led up to that?
Well, they didn't show up for morning prayers. We went to their quarters. They were missing. Their belongings still there, so we didn't think that they skipped out on us, as we've had with some recruits before. And these were fairly seasoned clerics as well.
Any sign of struggle or magic?
Yeah, one of the beds was broken in half.
Oh, God.
Like cracked. A couple of the trunks in the room were smashed up. Not that they were looking for. Nothing was taken. Except we're assuming that they were taken. That these people were taken. But as far as we know, that's about it.
Awful. No other clues as to where we could begin looking?
Well, we've asked the rangers to scour the countryside and the forests and cellar door. Do you know cellar door?
I don't know cellar door. I do believe my friend Runa has vague recollections of him, but I've never met him before. No.
Yes, he says he has a lead. He's actually going to meet us here at dinner tonight. He was supposed to be here 20 minutes ago.
Oh, God.
Well, that's okay.
With
We have time.
that, the mayor, comes back in with a tray full of drinks and says, yes. Hello. I see you're getting along with the priestess very well, yes?
Yeah.
Let's all sit down. Garlock should be serving the appetizers soon.
Your chef.
Yeah, my chef. Yeah. You met him? Jolly fellow.
Lovely.
He's worked here for a year. Makes the best souffle that you will ever have in the
I
Greenback.
don't know about lovely, but
Do you have guests often?
I guess so.
Yeah, we have parties. Maybe every weekend or so. All my friends come. And as you know, being a mayor elected 8 times in a row, I must say, in this town, I have a lot of friends. Now, that's not to brag. I love the people of this town, and I like to have parties. So he cooks for us often.
That's
So
quite
let's all sit down.
times that you've been elected mayor. 8 times?
Yes, yeah. 10-year terms as well. Yeah.
Wow. All
80
opposed
years.
or unopposed or
Sorry, I wasn't expecting that. No, there's always opposers. I mean, Eridor, he has tried to run a few times against me. There's also Siegfried, the other apiary owner and owner of Siegfried Meadery, whose mead we're actually having tonight. The people, I give my life to the people.
the people have said very good things about you. So yeah.
Anyways, let's sit and enjoy this food. And with that, Garlock is pushing this little cart full of appetizers in, and he's passing out plates, and it's a nice little salad. And just then, you hear the door creak open, and a cloaked figure walks in. But it's weird. You don't even hear footsteps. And he walks into the room and pulls his hood down, and it's this tabaxi. Think of like Diva, an orange tabby cat, but with really ragged clothes, a bow strung across his back. He's got tufts of fur missing from his face, like a scar going over one of his eyes, and he has various leathers and pouches hanging from his belt. And he comes in and says, yes, Mayor, you are looking for Celador. Who are these imbeciles? Sorry, who are these travelers?
Well.
You had it right the first time.
And he sits down at the table. So.
He's talking to the mayor, so.
He was talking to the mayor, yeah. And the mayor's kind of like, well, yes, they are travelers from an outside town. You should have seen them, Sella. They went and they fought a Goth. That's and Priestess Mariner ups that idiot Gerald released in the town, I hear.
Yes, that's idiot Gerald.
Drunk.
Can't trust wizards.
Absolute drunk.
Right, I agree. I do not trust wizards. They are bespoken to nobody. I say we ought to run him out of town. This is Priestess Marin talking.
He's got his merits. He's a wonderful patron to our tavern.
Yes, I know.
Sounds like he's kept it open.
We run a very well-respected business.
So,
I meant no offense.
Of course. And as Celine goes to sit down, she whacks Cole in the back of the head with her tail as she walks by. Oops, sorry about that. I'm ridiculously clumsy.
No, it's no bother.
I figured it wouldn't be.
So you're all sitting at this table. There's the mayor, Huxworth, jolly, pointy elf ears, nice rosy cheeks, very fancy, feather hat that he's wearing with fancy clothes. There's the high priestess Marin. She's in her vestments and robes. You guys are all in your normal garb. And then there's a cellar door that the Tabaxi's sitting there with like the chair kind of cocked. He's got his drink in one hand. He's got his pipe in the other. He's looking rather rough. And he looks at the rest of the table and says, "So, you want to know about my lead, do you? I have found something in the woods." And he reaches into one of his satchels and pulls out this little statuette of Vadrina. Followed some tracks that looks pretty good. Found this by a cave. Celador doesn't like caves. I did not venture in.
Where was the cave, Celador?
About northeast of here, across the river. Up in the mountains where not many folks venture very often.
And it was just this statuette? By a cave?
Yes, a little bit of blood.
Oh.
A few days old. Some tracks. Followed them to this cave. I've never seen this cave. All my years in the woods, never seen this cave before. And he kind of tokes on his pipe.
High Priestess Marin, do you recognize this statuette?
She picks it up. Yes, that would be all of the clerics in my temple wear one of these around their neck. Senador, are you sure of your findings? Yes, Priestess Marin. I am sure. So, Mayor Oxford's like, yeah, I think you all understand why I have brought you here, yes?
I mean, I assume you're asking us to find these clerics, these other missing clerics.
Yes. Constable Gretchen Cogsworth, as I should call her, her town's guards are very busy with preparations and security for this upcoming Reichenstein festival. I would really like to hire all of you to go investigate this. Celador will lead the way, as you would probably get lost in the woods. But really, we need this investigated further. Can I count on you? I have a contract. He puts out this contract. How much gold would you like? Pulls out a little quill.
All of it.
Yes, I can't give you all of it. This is coming from the town's treasury, you should know.
Can we please read the contract before we even talk about gold?
Yes, it's more of a formality. He hands you the contract, and it kind of is just like, X people will find, investigate X lead for X amount of gold. It's very, very simplistic. Gold. How about 1,000 gold? Does that sound pretty good? I mean,
1,000 each.
1,000 all.
1,000 each.
Think about it. Think of the merriment along the way. Sorry?
Can we at least do a number of gold that can be evenly divided between the 7 of us, like 14?
Yeah, silver.
Well, you drive a hard bargain. Yeah, we'll go with 1,400. Yeah, we'll write it 1,400. He writes 1,400 down there.
Let me get this straight. You want us to go on a dangerous potential hunt on who knows where for 200 gold apiece, and our bard over there paid 5 gold to have the barbarian draw a picture.
It was actually only 1 gold, but yeah.
I just want to make sure. I'm new in town, so I don't really know what the exchange rate is here.
Well, I mean, 200 gold would buy you quite a bit of food.
200
I think it. Maybe 4 good paintings.
All right. Here's my pitch.
Okay. Yes, please.
Oh, fiddlesticks! What was his name? The guy with the gizmo arm.
The blacksmith.
Yes, Horval. Yeah.
Yeah,
the
black guy. You're familiar with that guy, yeah?
Yeah. He's one of the best men that I know in this town.
All right. Well, I mean, I had a little bit of a run-in with him. That's for another time. You can keep my share of the gold. All I want is you to have him give me the supplies or craft it himself. I don't care, but I want a set of armor. These belts and all this. I need some protection.
I legit thought you were gonna ask for his arm.
I was waiting.
Arm, but I mean, what? Yeah, let's be reasonable.
Arm, but
He kind of scratches his chin and he's like, tell you what, I'll give you your 1,200 gold and we'll talk with Horval about getting you a set of armor. How's that sound, little green one? That's pretty good.
As long as okay, one more stipend. If he says no, then I still want the gold.
Roll for persuasion. I don't see. What'd you get?
17 minus 1.
All right, so 16. Says, I will think about it.
Not a no.
Not a no. It's a hard maybe. But I guess this is in the contract. I can only put one or the other in the contract, so.
Better safe to make it for 14 then.
Yeah, we'll do 14 and a word with Horval and about his armor making. We'll see. We'll see what the town treasury can provide you. My green friend, Boom.
I mean,
yes.
Look at this place. I mean, even if the town treasury can't figure it out, I'm sure you can spare it.
Yes, you're right.
This is way nicer than Gerald's house.
Well, I am very familiar with. Have you been to Gerald's house? He doesn't let anybody in there.
Oh, I didn't go in it. I just looked at it. It's a piece of garbage.
Yes, it has seen better days, but he is from a family that has lived here for generations. Some even ventured that his ancestors may have even been resettlers in the region after the Great Calamity.
There was a calamity.
Anyways.
That's what happened to the house.
And so at this point,
But we wouldn't know that.
At this point, Garlock's brought out, the rest of the main course, and he's dishing out like roast duck. He says, "All right,
roach duck.
Sorry about the shrimp joke there, friend. It was inappropriate. I overstepped. Please have this, this roast duck, my grandma's recipe. I hope you enjoy it."
Thanks.
You're welcome.
We were having shrimp.
I thought we were having dog.
We don't, not here. Maybe where you come from, friend, but I have 3 dogs, and I love dogs. This is the big Goliath talking. And if you touch them, I will throw you over those mountains.
That was highly unappreciated, Alec. I caught it.
What happened?
You said, "I love dogs." And Boom said, "I do too."
So he walks out, and the mayor's like, "So we have our contract. Cellar door, yes. Well, can you all take off maybe tomorrow morning? Give you a little time to shop around, and you can go with cellar door and investigate this happening."
Like first thing in the morning, or are we talking like, a nice little lie-in, some breakfast, some tea, and then head out?
The cellar doors
crack at noon.
If we get some time before we leave, could you have one of the shops in town help upgrade us a little bit before we leave?
Yeah. So the cellar door's like,
yeah.
We will do this to this spot that there's a half day's walk. We will leave. The shops open first thing at dawn. We will do some shopping, and then we will leave. Does that sound like a good plan?
So no sit-down tea then?
How about a tea on the go?
We can take the tea on the go.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. lodgings then. Does anybody need a place to stay?
I do. Is there any good lakes nearby?
We've got a lovely river down the road.
Oh, rivers are great.
You're more than welcome to sleep there.
Water.
Or we do have rooms at our tavern. I'm sure I could get you a lovely price.
Could always put him in the bathtub.
That too! We've got a couple of those.
Oh, what's a bathtub?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll show you it as soon as we get back to the Stumbling Bee, my friend.
I am beyond curious.
So, that being said, we're gonna fast forward through the dinner. It was a lovely evening, champagne at the end there. Mayor Huxworth was showing off some of his sculptures to you guys, all excited. Like, look at this one, I carved a pony. And it's like a pony made out of marble. And this one's a beholder. And he very impressive looking beholder that he carved. And at the end of this dinner, he's like, okay, well, thank you all for coming. And please do find those clerics.
Do our best, Mayor.
Thank you. And, High Priestess Mare leaves, and Celador's like, we will meet at the water fountain in town, first light, and go shopping. And he leaves.
Back to the Stumbling Bee, my friend.
Hey, before we get to the Stumbling Bee, you guys don't think I'm, really short for Goliath, right?
No! Oh my goodness!
Oh.
No. Don't be
I mean,
bothered. He was obviously projecting some insecurity.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like his small muscles and his poor cooking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can't even draw.
Exactly.
Ah.
He didn't even know how to make dog.
Or shrimp.
Right. And honestly, the cooking was
mediocre at best.
Wait, oh no. We had a challenge. Oh my god.
Autumn tried to jump on the desk and failed and used my arm as the catching brace. So.
Whoa!
Sorry, guys.
I got some skin hair.
Are you okay? Oh shit.
Yep. All right, so you all head back to the Stumbling Bee. You could probably kind of haggle with rooms for the night, but you go in and probably talk to your father, and it's going to be, for a lot of you, 10 gold for the night.
Not myself or Runa, though, correct?
Not the two of you. You already have accommodations. It would be for Colgrimmer, Fodger, Boom, Lakin, and Malaris.
Could I bunk with someone and save the 10 gold? I'm fine with the floor.
Yeah. You can bunt. We'll chop a room off. I'll do an even 7 gold on the 2 rooms.
So I sleep on the floor.
Any roomies?
So I
Raz.
Did I? I might have.
So I sleep on the floor and I still pay 7 gold.
Father, can we do one with a bathtub?
Yes.
1 bed.
Oh, the suites. Yes.
Looks like you get the.
Do you think they would like the sauna?
Like it.
I love saunas.
Would you like a
sauna in a bathtub?
I'm not sure how you get that one.
Tell you what, I'll give you the big room with the sauna. We'll pull in some bunks. 10 gold.
How many people in that room are you thinking, Father?
So that one, you can fit everybody really with bunks.
We both
Package
the
deal.
suites. We could get to know each other a bit better in separate beds. Maybe
Don't forget, I need to learn what a tub is.
I will teach you.
Who's deducting 10 gold then? Or maybe you want to split it amongst yourselves?
I could do anything.
2 apiece, except for Celine and Runa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so you turn in for the night. We're almost at 11 o'clock. We could end it there and pick up next time if you guys want.
Yeah, I think that's a good stopping point.
Yeah. So no combat this time.
I know.
A lot of setup. Thank you all for coming to the stream.
Sticking with us.
Sticking with us through the technical difficulties, and we're obviously getting a little tired here, but it was a lot of fun. So thank you very much for showing up, and I hope to see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.